What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another War Within video. Hope you're all doing very well. Gonna talk about the gems today, the Circe's Circlet, and the gems that you can get. I got a whole bunch of inventory. If you don't know, they recently unlocked the additional Citrine gems. They're basically all available now. I haven't been able to get all 12 of them. I have 9 of them right now. I'll talk about that in a second. If you don't know how to get back to the island, if you're stuck in Dornegal and you've unlocked the island, but then you like left the island and now you might want to go back to it, it's just in the same place as it was before. So that's the Foundation Hall there where you get the initial quest, and then you fly over here to this blimp, and it's just on the outskirts of the city. And there's even a little thing on the minimap that says Zeppelin to the Siren Isles, so that'll take you there. There's also a mole machine in the Ringing Deeps. It's like right outside of town. Yeah, mole machine to the Siren Isle, right there. Right, you can see that there. So you can take either way to get there. In order to get all the other gems that you haven't gotten yet, you basically just have to do the quests that are in the caves. So there you can see down there, the drain. These quests just keep popping up over and over again because people keep contributing to the map. And then as you contribute to this map, it'll unlock these gems that are down there. So yeah, you can get the rest of the gems very easily just by going and doing these little cave quests that pop up by contributing to this map here. Once you have all the gems, you can purchase them again from this Tortolan guy and then a couple of other vendors. They've all got them available. Now again, I've only been able to grab 9 of them so far. Right now I have 1 in my inventory, 1 on my ring, and then I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, so I think there's supposed to be 12, and I don't know, I think they're tied to like the Vryacool or something, some kind of event, but either way, we'll see if those end up popping up. The point is, I've tried all these gems in different content, and I'm here to sort of talk about whether or not they're good for your character, whether it's worth actually grabbing all the gems now that they're all readily available. And the TLDR is that I think if you're on an alt character like my Paladin would be, then they are actually very powerful. I ran a dungeon on the Paladin and I put 3 healing gems in. Okay, so every one of my slots had a healing gem, and you can see all 3 of them here: the Storm Stewer's Citrine, the Old Salt Bardic, and the Mariner's Hallowed Citrine. They all did a good amount of healing, actually. They all, you know, if you combine them all together, they're contributing 6, 13, 18. It's about 19% of my healing overall. They end up going to the very top of my healing list. They're like my best healing. So that's the kind of thing that you want to see from a ring like this that you have to farm and put more effort into. You definitely want to see that kind of payoff there. They were overhealing quite a bit. There's no way to like guarantee when the procs are going to come out. So from a healing perspective, that's not really good, because healing, you want to have deterministic. You want to know exactly when a healing proc is going to happen so that you can use it exactly when you need to use it. If you're just getting healing that's getting pumped out at the beginning of a pull and everybody's already at full health, and that's kind of useless. So it's not the best for that reason, but on an alt Paladin who is 605 item level, this contributes a lot. And I actually went and swapped out some of the gems as well and put in some damage gems. I put 2 damage gems and 1 healing gem into the ring as well, and it did a lot of damage. Again, almost 21% of my damage was just the 2 DPS gems that I had in there. The Frost one and the Rushing Nature one. Actually, wait, did I have all 3? No, I had the healing one. So yeah, only having 2 DPS gems was like a massive upgrade for me on DPS. But again, it's on a Holy Paladin, and it's on only a 605 Holy Paladin. So if I had more item level, obviously these are going to scale with you because your item level and your ring is going to keep going up. But like if the rest of my gear was to catch up a little bit in item level, then the damage from this ring would go down. It wouldn't be as high, right? So just keep that in mind. I think for alt characters that you're leveling up, that you're gearing up, this ring is amazing. It's going to provide a ton of healing or damage for you. Whichever way you want to mix and match the gems, it will provide for you. And I think that that's a really good point to make. Now, if you're running an actual main character, like let's say my shaman, then there's a much better chance that the gems are not going to be as good, and that's kind of what I ended up seeing here. I did a Siege Abralis plus 11 here. I have 3 DPS rings on my shaman here, so I'm foregoing one of my rings, which again at this level is a huge deal. I'm losing, I think, 4,000 mastery, and no, I took off the ring that gave me 3,000 mastery and 3,000 haste. So like that's an enormous amount of secondary stats that I'm missing. Now our damage here was okay in the opening pack, and we have Bloodlust here. I'm running a I am running a Farseer build. Sorry, we're not running Tempest, running Farseer, and the damage like was fine. Pack to pack, we were actually doing really good. The boss fights were actually pretty good. Here's another AoE pick. I have Ascendance back up again. I am running 2-minute Ascendance. That's just kind of my jam right now. I really enjoy it, and I think it actually is pretty strong, especially on boss encounters when you can get 2 Ascendances into 1 boss encounter. That is really, really strong. We'll get to the boss fight here. First boss. This is, of course, Chopper Red Hook. Thankfully, I don't get focused right away by the boss, so I can actually just kind of pump damage. And we got some good resets on our Ellie Blast. I am running Ellie Blast, Farseer, and 2-minute Ascendant. So kind of a weird build, but that's just my build, baby. That's what I like to do. So the damage is like okay, and I think I checked my damage at the end here of the boss fight. Yeah, here it is. So you can see on this first boss fight, the Squalor's Citrine did 3%, Thunderlord's Crackling did 2.4, and the Undersea Overseer Citrine did 1.7. So if you put those together, that's 3, 4, it's about 7, a little over 7% of our damage from a ring. Is that worth losing 3,000 secondary stats and for mastery and haste? Like, probably not, right? I think we end up dying here. Oh, we actually do end up, yeah, they wiped here. We ended up missing the timer on this by, I believe, 1 second because the Demon Hunter died like so many times. I literally think we missed the key by 1 second. Watch this. 14, okay, 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5. We're waiting for the RP to finish. 4, 3, 2, 1. I hop in the cannon, and then she laughs, and I fire the cannon. It was like 2 seconds off. Kind of hilarious, actually. Okay, we're going to check our damage here. So this is our overall damage. Again, you can see that the gems are pretty low on the list because this character has a lot of gear. I'm like 635, 636 on this character versus my 605 Paladin. So, and again, of course, the Paladin is a healer and it's going to do less damage. But the gems are doing damage. They're just not doing probably as much damage as a ring that's going to give you 3,000 secondary stats for both mastery and haste. Like, especially for Ellie Shaman. Ellie Shaman is like really reliant on that mastery to trigger your overload effect. So there's some, I think there's probably some specs in the game that don't really care that much about the secondary stats as much, but Ellie really does. And I know like Shadow Priest really does. So that's a problem, right? You can see our gems at the end of the day, they did 2%, 2.5, 2.8. So that's 5.3. It's 7.3% of our damage at the end of the dungeon, which is, you know, just underneath our Ellie Blast. It's above our Lightning Bolt. 7.3% damage seems okay, to be honest. But if I'm completely honest, like when it comes to my Shaman in particular, having extra mastery, I think, is just the way to go. It's just going to be the way to go. Now, again, if you're running an alt character, even an alt DPS character, I think it's absolutely a big bonus for you to have that on. I would definitely go farm it for any of your alt characters. It's going to be a really, really good thing for you. In terms of how long it takes to farm it, it doesn't take that long at all. Like to farm each one of these cave events, the cave event takes like 30 seconds to complete, maybe 40 seconds to complete. And then the next one is usually spawning because people are always contributing to this map. So it doesn't take very long at all. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I think like it's probably not worth it for the most part for the average player to get this ring and to get the gems. Honestly, I don't think it is. I think Blizzard would really love for us to think that it is, but even the other gems that give you secondary stats, they don't give you as much as like a crafted ring would have, which is what I've got. Like if you did this mastery one, this is a little bit low because it's not on my shaman, but this would give you like 2,300 mastery or so, about 2,400 mastery. And then you can grab this one, which would give you about 700 of every secondary stat or so. So you get another chunk of mastery and you get some haste. Like those are good. They're not bad. Is it better? Is it so much better than the rings that you have equipped right now that you should spend time farming this on your main character? I don't think so, personally. Like this might be a slight advantage for you, but I just don't think it's going to really matter. Like, and to me, this defeats the whole purpose of this ring. I don't understand. Like, why are we introducing a cool farmable ring if you're literally the best gems that you can get are just the secondary stat ones? Like, what? What is that? Why? Like, why is that the case? You know, like there's your highest secondary stat one there as well. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about the ring. Again, on your main characters, probably not worth farming. On your alt characters, I think it's 100% worth farming. It will give you a big advantage on those characters. So we'd love to hear what you guys think. I'm going to keep trying them out, I think, on stream. If you want to watch twitch.tv/ZukoVibes, I'm going to be on stream trying out the gems a little bit more just to see if they really are terrible. But let me know what you think. Thank you so much again for watching. Love you guys. I will see you in the next one.